No 202 kids. That was nice. My friend, he's trying to get in right now. He's had 2 or 3 202s. I don't feel like it's fixed personally. We'll just get straight into the game. Yeah. Yeah, I was dancing. Main entrance. Oh, that's not where I need to go. Looks like I'm... Yeah, there's Cryle. Cryle has urgent news. A bold decision. Jocko, I trust you had a good rest? Envoy of Master Fortunalts arrived not long ago with a message. The operators have determined Medion's location. We've been asked together at Rastara to meet you there along with the others. Shit set up. Yeah, it's okay. Nope, that's nothing. Everyone appears to be present and accounted for. Good. As you know, the operators have deduced whereabouts of Medion by the means of the crystal bequeathed to us by Heidelin herself. Your quarry's location is a place far beyond the moon, in the furthest reaches of the Sea of the Stars, at the edge of creation. Stretch, Milo. Relax. A veritable Ultima Thule. That's me too. Indeed, then how are we to reach it? An excellent question. Luckily for you, I have an excellent answer. In theory, with its advanced propulsion system, the moon is capable of delivering you to Ultimate Thule, but in the myriad of other facilities housed within, it would greatly impede travel throughout the Sea of Stars. Even the Mother Crystal may not possess ether enough to bear so massive vessel destination and back. However, if we integrate the Hyper Hopper into your afterburner. We should be able to fire things up and jump our way to the end of the universe in no time. Father, does this mean... Bear in mind, the decision was not made solely at my discretion, but with the consent of the Forum. Hearing the Loperate's proposal, the Forum was faced with a grave decision. To commit the Ark to the Endeavor would mean abandoning both our plans to evacuate the moon and resettle another star. Needless to say, the proposition invited fierce debate. Dude! Calm down, you are fine. In the end, however, the Forum was swayed by the simple fact that Hydaelyn believed you possessed the strength needed to overcome this crisis. The Great Exodus was, after all, a plan of Hydaelyn's own making. Therefore, in the 11th hour, she would prefer another means by which we may seek salvation. We would be fools to dismiss this out of hand. Indeed, she sacrificed everything, her very existence, to avert the destruction of the star. This is why we have chosen to place our faith in Hydaelyn, in you. The Ark will be made ready for your voyage to the Ultima Thule. I don't know if it's Thule. Tool. No. What if all the people have labored so tirelessly to prepare for the evacuation? They must be furious. Would not be so sure. They have not forgotten your deeds on Magma places. Nor did the instrumental role in orchestrating and delivering the adamantiate go unnoticed. No, the people do not protest. Quite the contrary, they have expressed unwavering support for you and your mission. Are the Loperes willing to abandon the Exodus? We're not listening when we said that we were born of Hydaelyn's love for the Eris and its people. If it means survival, we'll do anything to help. And you'll most certainly have need of our expertise when where you're going. There's no guarantee Ultima Thule is a place that supports life. And otherwise, a vexing problem to our know-how can remedy. But besides, Hydaelyn chose us to lead the way to meet you. Why else would she have given you the crystal you can decipher? But more importantly, we were perfect content to evacuate Aetheris until you brought us here, or Oriange, and now we're enamored with the place. So, what choice do we have but to save it? The Loperatus want to live on Aetheris. Of course, none of this is possible without you and the science, so I must ask, are you certain you wish to do this? What if I said no? No, let's just take the moon and get the fuck out. Couldn't stop us if we tried. A fist bump myself there. Very well, we shall inform the Forum of your decision and begin preparations to book the Ark with the Hyper Hopper. The apparatus will coordinate the Bilzabard contingent to have the necessary components transported via the Tower of Babel. Of course, this will take time until the work is complete. For now, pray, take your ease. Did I just take a nap? Let's see what not to do but rest and prepare, shall we? It's kind of boring. down this hallway. Yeah, I've been out here. Where's the moon? Ere we depart, we must leave nothing undone. Quite. It's difficult to conceive how one can best prepare to brave the domain where Imanus governs all. Nevertheless, Heidelin deemed us worthy at the trials. For lack of any feasible option at this late stage, let's trust in her judgment and faith me on his way. Which leaves us the not too small task of coordinating our efforts, you and Chitaru. All goes to plan, we'll be back before you know it. I certainly hope so. We will be praying for your safe return. Mayhap it will affect the dynamis for the better. If that's settled, we should get some rest and make the most of the time we have. Milo. Enough. The meeting's over, is it? We were in there for so long I started to worry. What did they have to say? Dude, we got the boat. We're taking it to the sea. Milo. Enough. I have to lock you out of this room. You get better. Milo. The edge of creation, I see. Rest assured, everything will remain in order until you return, and you will return. Actually, Jaqua, can I borrow you for a moment? I think your plans for an intermedium are decided, and when the two of you have finished, meet us back at Aldessian Annex, alright? Come on up. Come with me to Agora. I have something to show you. Lay down. Lay down. Welcome to Chitaru's boutique. I've always done my best to provide the Scions with fashionable attire, but in your case specifically, I make extra effort to strive for the most functional yet stylish clothing one could ask for. I'm not playing favorites, but you are the warrior of light. Faced with this unprecedented, I can't say it. Unprecedented crisis. I knew you would need an ensemble unlike anything I've created before. Get down! No. No. Don't crawl on here, you could fall over. Why are you being so difficult tonight? You're not usually like this. Put a So after enlisting the aid of the finest artisans, I finally completed the career finding masterpiece. But then inspiration struck, and I saw a golden opportunity begging to be seized. So with the help of Vanavarian refugees, I set up shop here in Charlotte. And of course, I would never charge you for any of your works. Perish the thought. How are things coming along? Where does it do? Everything is in order, Miss Chitaru. We'll be ready to open shortly. This is why I brought you here. To be our very first patron. You don't mind waiting a moment longer? Going into Chitaru's boutique. I did not expect to find you here. I imagine Hana would also like to offer his regards. Alas, delivering their dragon scales to the engineers who remain to assist with my work. The Silkrum, too. I stay in Charlene while I oversee matters of Han. It is rather convenient means for me to keep abreast of developments pertaining to the final days or anything else. It also allows me, after fashion, to watch over people in distant lands. I can't thank you enough for allowing your artisans to work with me here at the boutique. Please, it is you who I should be thanking. This establishment has restored a sense of normalcy in their lives. You have blessed them with newfound purpose, which means and a means by which supports themselves in troubled times. What's more is that they at last return home to Razahan. The experience and knowledge they have gained in your employment will no doubt prove to boon the artistry and commerce of our land. In fact, I came here to see how new employees are settling in and express my gratitude for granting them this opportunity. It's an opportunity for me as well, believe me. Our artisans have taught me so much about Thagnerian craftsmanship. Their resourcefulness and ingenuity are nothing short of inspiring. I can't wait to see what kind of wonders we can come up with. I pray every success in your endeavors. Before coming here, I heard the forum's decision of what will soon be attempted. It was only then I finally understood why my father called the star the last bastion of hope. Indeed, it was the last bastion of the flame of every other star he encountered had likely been extinguished. In the boundless dark, the light brimming life must have been blinding in its splendor. The journey on into the heavens to protect the light. May the scales of my kin serve you well. I have faith you will prevail and restore peace and tranquility to the stars. I should like to visit Razahan when this is over. We should be honored to receive you. There's so much at Razahan we have yet to see. Forgive me, but I must take my leave. Save you well. Remember, the people of the star have not given up hope, neither must you. Tara's like, bye-bye now. Ugh. Where must I go to get a meal with some flavor in this wasteland? Jocko, my old boy, whatever are you doing here? A new boutique, you say? I've been meaning to expand my wardrobe. Yes, something a little more flair, perhaps befitting a man of my station. Though I have nowhere to flaunt it, says Residence, so long as my confinement continues indefinitely. I, the young Lord Forteps, insists that, so as long as there is work to be done, no matter how trivial, I must abide here in Charlotte. Thus I do toil. Every fiber of my being rails against it. Why ever have I suffered the company of the brute sea card to supplies transport in timely fashion? Yet he, one granted leave this morning to participate in some supposed covert operation. So I suffer instead for his otherwise welcome absence, now burdened with my extra busy work. And without route here, there's no one to prepare my meals. I came here in hopes of finding a nice cafe, perhaps, alas the Charlatan delicacies I've sampled were lacking in Everest. A hearty meal is what you're after? Go to the last stand. If you vouch for their cooking, then perhaps I'll give it a try. Thank you for their suggestion. Ta now. Ta. Okay, so I was a little cold, so I put a sweater on. Milo's on my lap, and I'm getting really warm. Who's next? Is that Jocko and Tataru I spotted? Okay, dude, you were there like a second ago. Seriously. Hancock, what are you still doing here? You said you returned immediately after dropping off your cargo. Yes, that was my original plan. After all, expertise requires a side that deliver girls be purview. But what manner of entrepreneur would squander an opportunity to study the markets of the northern seas? Why not? I will return straightways to Ghani once I have finished. Of course, you would find a way to turn this crisis into your advantage. Of course. She wounds me, the industrious woman running a new boutique. I am not blind to the travails of those who fight on the front lines to deliver us from ruin. Indeed, I have every confidence they will succeed, and I would make myself and my business ready for their return. If you believe in them so devoutly, then why do you put your money where your mouth is? Fair enough, Tataru, fair enough. There's not more I can do but help ready the Ark and her heroes for the maiden voyage. But on your return, I shall host a grand celebration in honor of at the Cairo Inn. Accommodations are quite costly, given the reputation of said establishment. The Eastern Alden Trading Company would be honored to foot the bill. Will there be lemming cakes? Oh man, tart taste, I see. Yes, there will be lemon cakes and much, much more. The finest delicacies the world of Lord Dorito have to offer. I'll take you up on that. That's cool. Let us speak more upon this on your return, unless I draw even more to Tara's ear. Until next we meet. Dude, is your boutique open yet? You brought me here really early. Jocko decided to spend your time with the markets, did you? Those two people came out of nowhere. Tario. Big switch. Take it the works on the Ark proceeds apace? Aye, it does. Collaborating with the greatest minds of Charlie and the resident hand have been a rewarding experience, and that's nothing of the what we've learned from the Laparitos. The Ark is unlike everything we've ever seen and a pleasure to work on. Even Nero was running speeches. I can't wait for you to see it. Still hard to believe that the means to send you off into the gray expanse, though, the furthest reaches of, well, everything. I never thought I'd live to see such marvels, yet here I am. More often than not, you and the Scions are the catalyst of the sparks need for those great innovations. I think how much I've missed out on had I not been a member of Iron. An awful lot of work, to be fair, and the privilege of being worked like a cart chocobo. Oh, there's that too. As busy as we've been, I wish there was more we could do for you, Joe. No matter what happens, we'll have to keep believing for a brighter future. That we do, my friend. That we do. When you head back, would you tell the engineers I'll be along shortly with refreshments? We're kind of you, Tara, but they'll be glad to hear it. On that note, Wedge and I should get going. Still a few supplies to gather before our return. Service, sorry for the right this way, if you please. I don't believe the two of you have formally introduced. This is Versaruthi, Pakistan. Remember we met before? Yes, it was you who helped us pursue against the crossing of the ice fields, was it not? I doubt we exchanged a little more than glances, but it's kind of you to remember me. Thanks to Mistress Taru, I and many of my friends have found gainful employment in this foreign land. It's only natural to feel fear in the face of calamity in such times. We must look after one another for strength. I know not whether we will come to call this place home or return to Thavnir, but we are here today and glad to have contributed to the cause. Okay, I'm getting way too hot. Well, I need to get up for a second. And contribute they did by helping making your new garments durable as possible. Put our hearts and souls into them and have every confidence they'll keep you safe in the battle to come. Give me 1 second here. Pants. There. Think of how far we've come since our humble beginnings at the walking sands. Ruby, come here! Here, Ruby! From the rising stones to the falling snows, and even... Hold on a second. Okay, so the dogs are outside, so I'm just going to advance this. Even when you were swept away to the first Grahatia was there to grant you your sanctuary. I'll never forget the relief I felt when you all returned to us. I thought my heart would burst. Yours has been a long journey, and I've been privileged to watch often bated breath as you preserve time and time again. With the joy you've shared, there has been much sorrow as well. I've long since learned that you can't have one without the other. Give the dogs a couple more minutes here, which is why I promised to send you off the Sea of Stars with a smile. You can be certain I'll be the first one to welcome you back on your return. Okay, let's go change. Go get in my fucking gear here. Yes. Let's go ahead and unlock that. Did I not get the pants? Let's go get the pants. I must have missed the pants. Not that it looks like I really need them, but... Be right back. Okay. Not glowy, but I'm okay with that now. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of we can leave it just the way it is right now. That's pretty badass. I'm not a huge fan. I'm just gonna leave it. Let me go ahead though and change real quick. Okay, Milo? Okay? Okay. I should really look and see if there's like earrings and stuff to go with it, because now obtain John. Okay, weapons and gear obtained can be equipped at level 89. However, all stats will be subject to light when reaching level 90. Corresponding job, which I am. These items will no longer be synced. Furthermore, the gear can be dyed. Okay. Well, what's the level 90 gear? Oh, my earrings. 510. How much is gonna fucking how much? Oh. What's the next lowest one? Kind of sell it quick. Where is a the only one for sale. So 548, 548. So my rings are the lowest item. You know what? They're not that. There's armor over here. Armender. What's the cape kind of thing? You know, good what it is. Be looking for the others that have already taken it. I'm gonna stand perfect to eat. While they're looking to pay over your estates, one lucky to go. Should they're all glad you're coming. Don't mind seeing. Should you feel peckish, I suggest last name before you stole and the others. Last and they're really making it work for this, aren't they? There's Nero. We'll make our way. Have you? Please have a seat. We'll talk about getting you a drink. So I've been playing for an hour now. I haven't gotten very far.
Your business with Tataru was finished.
Can you not tell by these garbs?
My, what a thoughtful surprise. Whatever would we do without her?
Indeed. And she's right, you know. It hasn't been all doom and gloom.
Feels like a lifetime ago that Master Louis Soir gathered us together to form the Circle of Knowing. Since then, we have experienced much. But rather than feeling wiser, the more I learn, the more I find my knowledge lacking.
Forsooth. As a student, vainly did I believe that I held the secrets of creation in my grasp. Yet that which I had seized was but an insignificant sliver of what awaited in the wider world. Every encounter, every experience hath served to open mine eyes, enlightening and humbling me in equal measure. Even from those whom I called enemies have I learned many a valuable lesson.
What will we learn at the edge of the universe, I wonder?
Ultima Thule, where the bringer of the end makes her nest. I, for one, can't possibly imagine. But whatever awaits us there, we will survive. We must. For her.
We'll get through this. We'll get through this together. Fucking cheese.
Gods, it feels like only yesterday that we went on that mission to Drybone. We've both changed much since then, have we not?
We've come far together, and if we have aught to say about it, we'll go further still. Aye, we will avert this calamity and return home. In preparation for which, we must give thought to what we hope to achieve after the proverbial dust has settled.
What with the primals and Ascians all but dealt with, I suppose we'll need to look for new hobbies. In all seriousness, though. In uniting to overcome a common foe, the disparate peoples of the world have found a way forward together. It's a truly gratifying sight to see.
Indeed. Though it was many years in the making, we have successfully set in motion the gears of fundamental change. With this, we have fulfilled our humble role as a symbol of hope. And I dare say it is time to bow out. After all, there is no shortage of hands to bear the torch in our stead.
I went from no one believing you guys, crazy, to everybody helping you out to save the world.
You know, I never really considered I might live long enough to see an after. But even if my time as a scion came to an end, I don't expect that much would change. Traveling the world, going wherever the wind blows, lending a hand to those in need.
A journey for journey's sake. It doth suit thee well. I must confess I too have yearned to see more of the world. If thou art amenable to the suggestion, I would accompany thee. Mine ability to affect an air of normalcy through artful disguise is much improved, thou must concede.
Aye, well, improvement is relative. You still look suspicious no matter what you wear. What of you, Ishtola? Any grand plans?
Why, continue my quest for knowledge, naturally. To begin with, I wish to know the state of the reflections, to which end I must find a means to travel between worlds.
I have to go see your boyfriend.
'Tis the least I must do if I am to keep my promise. Should my pursuits prove unduly arduous, I won't hesitate to call on you.
Good.
And in return, I will take you to see Reen one day. I'm sure you cannot wait to see the fine young woman she has become.
Spare me.
And what of thee? What wouldst thou pursue at duty's end?
Sorry.
Here's yours. My apologies for the wait.
Well, shall we make a toast? To victory.
To our comrades.
To the future of the star.
Leaving so soon, it's for the best. If you'd rather not explore the bottom of a bottle with Urianger. I dare say the others would welcome your company as well if you could find them, that is. In any case, make as long as you most of your time. That's all that matters. Alright. Alright, so next we're gonna go see Alizé Braha. They were in the library. Fast asleep.
Oh. Knowing them, they're probably dreaming about the celestial adventures to come. Just as well. They've been running themselves ragged of late. Unlike you and the others, I'm a few steps removed from the danger and excitement. The things you all get up to never fail to impress me. But by the same token, I can't help but worry.
Not only for your safety, but for your happiness. After everything you've sacrificed, you earned it 1,000 times over. From the simple pleasures of tucking into a hearty meal or collapsing into a comfortable bed, to the grand triumphs of visiting legendary lands or finding true love, you deserve all the joy in the world. There is so much that life has to offer, so much to be treasured and shared with those we hold dear. So promise me this. Come what may, you won't give up on your own happiness.
Ruby.
When you're out there fighting tooth and nail, it's all too easy to forget. But in the end, your passions will be your greatest strength of all. Remember that.
This feels familiar. Well, 'tis good to be... wait! What am I... Gods, don't tell me I fell asleep.
Not that there's any shame in it, but you were sleeping like babies.
Oh, how embarrassing.
Not a word to anyone. Understood? Not one word.
I'm told that sleeping in proper beds of your own choosing is a much more effective way to prepare for battle.
So, what were the two of you doing here?
I had a few books to return to the library. Thought I'd take care of it while I could.
And you?
Ruby. Alright, I guess we're gonna play Cards Against Cheating way quick. Chaos, 3 open swap, please. Do the Highland cards too.
What brings you here?
Just thought we'd hang out before we go to the end of time.
Ah, so you were worried that the LVL household might again be gripped by turmoil. All is well, I assure you. In my letters home, I had made mention of Estinian, you see. My mother wished to meet the legend in person, and so we arranged to have a spot of tea together.
Where were you in my hour of need? Fell beasts I can face, but I'm not made for idle chit-chat with lords and ladies.
Well, I for one thought you held your own. Mother was the picture of delight.
I might have been delighted myself, were we in a tavern with more agreeable drink. The thought of fleeing crossed my mind, but what then? I'd never hear the end of it, least of all from Tataru.
I'm sorry. 'Twas not my intent to cause you such distress. It's just... It was one of the things I didn't want to leave undone ere we set forth. That's not to say I think we won't be returning. Yet, given what lies ahead, I did not wish to leave for later that which I could do today. After all, tomorrow is never promised.
It's fine. Not like I had better things to do. Besides, seeing you with your mother brought back fond memories of my own. Be we rich or poor, family is family. Well, it's past time we were on our way.
Wait! Since I left home, I've made a great many mistakes. Mistakes for which I can never make amends. But through it all, you didn't give up on me. To have returned here with you at my side, it means more to me than you know. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. Forgive me, but it needed to be said.
I'm the one who owes you thanks. Were it not for you, I would not be alive today, nor come to terms with Nidhogg's spirit. I am ever grateful.
Well, we needn't make it a competition. You know, this must be what Hydaelyn meant when she spoke about depending on one another. However treacherous the road before us, together we will prevail.
You will never get what you want. Not even the battle you pine for so dearly. In that transcendent moment, what was it that I sought in you?
It was 2 expansions ago.
And what was it that you sought in me?
You're gonna just have to kill Xenos just to fucking get him to leave you alone. Dude just sucks. He's a good villain, but he just sucks.
How often have we thus assembled? To combine our knowledge and seek solutions to the problems before us.
Back at the Waking Sands, it was all we could do to address the most minor of troubles. Who could have realized what we'd find when we began to look to the sources of the realm's woes?
At the Rising Stones, we made great strides and shared many moments, from the joyous to the sorrowful.
We've had occasion to call other places home too. Be it Ishgard or Kugane, we were fortunate to find sanctuary wherein we might take stock and continue our fight.
I was honored to host this company in the Crystarium, to stand with you all as we confronted the truth of the star itself.
And now from this place, we go to fight the most important battle of all.
The Forum has sent word. The Ark is ready. The Loporrits naturally will be commanding the vessel. They will see the 8 of you to Ultima Thule. Upon arriving, your objective is to find and vanquish Meteon. As a final formality, the Forum bade me ascertain your resolve. So, are you certain you wish to do this?
We are.
Then, ere you report to Thalmasane, I leave you with these words. You must triumph. What that means will differ for each of you. To make it back home, or to simply avert doom, or perhaps something else altogether. Yet whatever it is that drives you, I have faith in its power to see you through. Triumph, as we who remain behind believe you will.
Let us be off then.
Wait! Both Kryl and I will be there to see you off, but as your receptionist, I feel I need to say this here. Safe journey, all of you, and be safe.
So I would be like, yeah, you too, Chitaru, no matter what she said. Thanks for the clothes. Okay, I'm gonna get a drink, have a cigarette quick, I'll be right back. Yo, 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 I'm back. Yo, yo, yo. Lay down. Good focus. Driving the dungeon. Gotta do what you gotta do. Alright. Part ways for now, at least. Would that I sage words of wisdom to share ere you depart, mayhap the teaching of Gandalf Baldessian will suffice. Surrender not to anger or hatred. Look beyond them. Find true strength. But once he's beyond, it's open to interpretation, I think. For me, it would be things to cherish most. Something to consider as you venture into the sea of stars. Grand speech. It's placed.
All present and accounted for? Good. As you will have heard, the Ark is ready. All that remains is to board and be on your way.
I've seen my fair share of tight schedules, but this was bloody murder. But we did it. We finished the ship. It's safe, fit for purpose, and looks good to boot. Aye, it's a garland through and through.
I really don't know what we'd do without you. Thank you for everything.
Well, the work was hard, but we've learned a lot from it. After all, it's not every day you get tasked with building a starfaring vessel. In case you're wondering about payment, the ongoing existence of the world ought to do. But feel free to throw in a colorful recounting of your journey on your return. So, have you thought of a name?
A name? Wasn't everyone just calling it Father's teeny tiny toy boat?
Well, seeing as its purpose has changed, I thought a more eloquent name was in order. I suggested as much to Fortuno, who seemed quite amenable to the idea.
It's because he's sick of calling it his teeny tiny toy boat.
As you know, this vessel is the culmination of heretofore unprecedented collaboration. And though said collaboration is owed to the Scions, there is another whose noble deeds made our work possible. From a fragment of Dalamud, we obtained not only advanced materials such as refined adamantite, but the knowledge to traverse the stars. And this fragment would not have found its way to us had the Archon Louisoix not fought to protect this world, and in so doing, laid down his life. Now that the vessel stands complete, I cannot help but wonder if it was more than mere happenstance. If it was my father's intention to guide us here. In the hopes that his guidance will see you all safely home, I name the vessel after that self-same fragment of Dalamud he delivered unto us. The starship Ragnarok.
Sorry for the wait. I got everyone you asked for, and not a one less.
Milo, you can't come up here. No. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh. God, dude, you're gonna knock shit over. God!
What are you all doing here?
Milo. Let me sit this way. Not with the treats, though. Those are for me to give out. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. I have one more. Lay down.
Oh, I invited them. The representatives of those tribes with religious inclinations.
Down. Lay down. Lay down.
You've done a fine job of readying the Ragnarok, but for it to take flight, we'll of course need the power of the Mother Crystal. Given its immense size, however, transporting it would be an absolute logistical nightmare, not to mention we'd need to shatter it into tiny shards for feeding to the engines. But a brilliant idea came to me. We convert the crystal's energy into forms that can transport themselves!
Thou wouldst employ summoning, or should I say its precursor, creation magics.
Care to explain for our benefit?
As you may have witnessed at Bestway's Burrow, the Loporrits are capable of creation magics, which they use to shape the moon's environment. Yet simple though they make it seem, 'tis a highly advanced and exacting art. To perform...
Hence the ancients' meticulous management of concepts.
Drawing upon this art, the Ascians conceived of summoning as we know it. A derivative that replaceth the complexity of concepts with the simplicity of zealotry to make manifest a creation.
I see. By combining the Loporrit's magics and the tribe's faith, we convert the Mother Crystal into primals of purer form and greater obedience. Summon.
Fuck.
Indeed! Indeed! While Heidelin gave us the ability to use creation magics, she forbade us from using it to make anything possessed of a soul, or similar. She didn't say anything about fulfilling the desires of others, though. So, borrowing our friend's faith, we'll create deities using the Mother Crystal's power and send them to the Ragnarok!
Am I the only one here concerned about the risk of being turned into a tempered minion?
Oh, right, I was getting to that. From what I've read in Sharlayan tomes, it appears the Ascians incorporated an additional nasty element into their summoning method. The fervent desire to assimilate others into one's belief. Beings thus created are instilled with the self-same desire and use their powers to enthrall people, starting with the summoner. In contrast, our creation magics, the original and the best, except no substitutes, don't incorporate any of that rubbish, so there's no risk of tempering. I mean, if the being was on the scale of Zodiac, you might feel a little tug, but I think we'll be safe enough.
Truth be told, I do not understand the intricacies of this plan. But none of us would ever turn our backs on you. When the avatars of our faith ran amok, you intervened without decrying we who birthed. Where others vilified and suppressed us, you offered understanding and friendship. In gratitude, we will share with you the true expressions of our gods. Not malevolent deities, but benevolent saviors.
Alright, you lot, we're heading to the ethereal sea. Stay in sight, else you're liable to get lost.
Lead the way!
May we have a moment? In anticipation of the day man might journey to the stars, we developed these.
Portable teleportation devices. One for each of you, designed to work in tandem. Press the button on one, and in a matter of moments, all 8 will activate and send their owners back to the Ragnarok. There is no telling what hazards you may encounter. If you find yourself separated or lost, please do not hesitate to use them. Be safe, all of you, and come back.
You as well. I pray you take care.
Looks like everything is in order, so I'll go ahead and board. A few of my fellows will remain to assist with the summonings, but rest assured, the vessel won't want for competent crewing.
If you are ready, then you should board as well. Go, and Godspeed.
Okay, it's more cutscenes. Again, giant chairs. I mean, I know they're expecting people. Sleeping way.
Welcome to the bridge, everyone! I hope you have everything, because I can't be bothered turning back. Right then, make yourselves comfortable. We're setting off in just a moment.
Okay. Lay down.
It's incredible.
This is Fortuno. Can you hear me? The preparations for the summonings are complete. In accordance with the 14th phase of the plan, we have moved the Ragnarok to the launch site. The gates are open. You may depart when ready.
So, are we ready?
Did I sit
As
down?
ready as we'll ever be. Let's get going.
No, get down. I'll go lay down.
Oh, come on. The burnt-out star's got more fire in its belly. Try it again, with feeling.
Me? But I...
No need to be coy, brother. Do it, and do it well.
If you all insist.
Onward unto the distant stars and beyond!
Ragnarok, engage!
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 I would totally watch like a fucking anime with buddies, and it's awesome. Need to save the world and defeat Xenos. Full of shit. Titan. Good kick move.
Ah! That I must carry landwalkers into the sky! I cannot imagine a greater indignity!
Do not sulk so, for thy mighty winds exist not only to buffet and batter. Nay, they may serve also to thrust forth with vigor. Such is thy glory, and thus it is an occasion to rejoice. So come,
Let us revel!
So long as the wind blows freely, I suppose all is as it should be in creation. I will render unto them a storm, that they may pierce the firmament and fly free!
Still in one piece? Good. Sleeping way? Report?
All's well. Fantastic, even. Thanks to the power of those primals, the engines are roaring and we're ripping along.
All values are also within projected ranges. Time to destination is 8 carats. Perhaps 7 at a pinch. Alright, let's go over some points of caution. Our destination, as you know, is Ultima Thule. Lest you wonder, the place is not a star so much as a patch of emptiness. That's the extent of what our equipment could determine, anyway. From what we know of Meteion, she's likely used dynamis to obfuscate her location.
So, in conclusion, we'll only know what's there when we get there.
The crew and I will see to it the ship's ready to take off at a moment's notice. We'll support the search as best we can, but it'll be your paws on the ground, assuming there is any. But everything will be fine, I'm sure. Heidelin believes in you, so you ought to believe in yourselves. Just don't do anything I wouldn't, like waiting too long to use those portable teleporters of yours. Personally, at the slightest sign of trouble, I'd mash the button to bits, and you should as well.
Understood. We promise to be careful.
I suggest you brace yourselves. We're about to arrive and the vessel will shake a good bit. What is this? Something is... interfering with the equipment.
...2002 air.
Greetings. Greetings. Can you hear me?
So this is Meteon.
Oh. Have you met one of my sisters? I don't remember meeting you myself. But I do know that you're from Atheris. Why have you come? All you had to do was wait. I would have delivered to you your ends.
We didn't ask for that.
I don't understand. All life is destined to end. Why choose to prolong your suffering? Effort, ambition, love, they amount to naught. Happiness, should you find it, is inevitably lost, stolen away by events beyond your control. There is no logic nor meaning in it. You think there is. Convince yourselves. But it's all a cruel accident. Come now. I speak the truth. A truth you would recognize if you looked up at the night sky. Unbroken emptiness. Cold, dark, and silent. Your world, like every other, is but a blemish upon its perfect fabric. Life is an anomaly. It is unnatural and cannot continue. The sooner you accept this, the easier it will be.
Just to be clear, we're not here to argue with you. We know that life is fleeting, and that in the short time we have it, we're not assured happiness.
Indeed. I've seen far more sorrow in the eyes of many I've met. I myself have plenty of regrets. And one day they'll die with me. Gone to dust with my good deeds and unfulfilled dreams.
But we accept this. That our existence may seem pointless. That sorrow, rage, and despair will always dog our heels. And we press on regardless. That is why Hydaelyn guided us here. In her boundless love for mankind, she has prepared us for this trial, and in her name, we have come for you.
Yes, I sense it. A burning passion like unto fury. I know it well. For the same passion once burned in many a star before yours. Suffocated and extinguished now. You approach the bounds of my ultimatum, where emotions dictate reality, where resignation and acceptance unite to embrace the end, where those who yet valiantly cling to life can thrive.
I was gonna say, dude, if it fucking rolls credits, like, what the fuck?
By the Fury. Thancred?
Meteon has gone as well. Mayhap he awakened first and gave chase.
Everyone? It appears we are at our destination. This is Ultima Thule.
Not that we knew what to expect, but I wasn't expecting this. From atmospheric composition to ambient temperatures, all readings are within permissible range. This place is capable of supporting life.
If that's the case, then Thancred may well have gone on ahead. Let's go and have a look. Meanwhile, I want the rest of you to perform a full inspection of the ship, as well as a biological scan.
So it was that the brave wayfarers arrived at last at Dream's End. In following their path walked and history written, I am made keenly aware of one truth. Though the curtains may fall again and again, so long as others take the stage, ever shall there be more tales to tell. So, let them bring it to a close, I say. Let the curtains fall upon this, the final chapter in the tale of the star.
Is this a dead star?
As I live and breathe, I live and breathe. Well, the environment itself shouldn't kill us.
Well then, let us search for Thancred while exploring the area. The ship we leave in your care.
mean, I could have tried to change jobs. We're just gonna explore a little bit. Ship really does. I thought this hill might afford a better view of our surroundings and poor decision. Since the ship all shrouded in darkness with the incredible I can tell we are near the edge of the flood that surrounded. You able to find anything? Nope. I feared it's still no trace of thing. Nothing but emptiness as far as the eye can see, which unfortunately I can't help but suspect that someone or something is here. There are times when I sense it drawing close and that chill washes over me. With feelings of death and anguish. And there's dragons. There's a dragon. Word before we join the others. You see them too, don't you? The dragons. Yeah. I thought their presence is tenuous at best, but there's no mistaking it. No doubt, one with Midgard somewhere in mind within Hogwarts allows us to perceive them. Could these aberrations be related to the dragons that now live on Aetheris? Better leave such conjuring to the others. In any case, we must be careful. We may soon find dragons that can see as well. Death and anguish. What happened to them, I wonder? We're not getting any experience by killing the dragons.
Dragons? Here?
What you see is a memory of a world that once was. A world suffering a slow death, whose denizens cried out for the release of oblivion.
What? Their world is dead?
It is. Not a single life remains upon that husk floating in the vast emptiness. These creatures are shadow and shade, perpetuated only to suffuse dynamis with their unending lamentations.
Our friend Thancred. Where is he?
A strange question. He is at your side, is he not? Oh, yes. He is here and there, and everywhere within this space. He would tell you himself if he had form to form words. Huh. Such loathing and uncertainty. You don't know why you still exist, in like manner to the oblivion I send. I tried to drown out your ether with dynamis. Beginning with this Thancred, who came at me despite being unable to breathe. Such a simple thing, unmaking men. In the blinking of an eye, he was gone. Didn't even have the chance to be transformed. Yet somehow, he managed to leave a slither of himself behind. What you call the heart? Or perhaps the soul. In his final moment, he cried out from it. A single word. Survive. That wish proved stronger than the despair that ruled here. It overpowered it, causing this space to be remade. Into a place you can perceive, and where life can endure. That you draw breath is proof that his soul lives on. For how long, however, remains to be seen.
Well then,
We should hurry and tend to business.
It's futile. You will never reach the true me. I told you, emotions dictate reality in this space. Such changes as you might work will not alter in its nature. You may see, but you cannot touch. Walk, but not advance.
Meteon holds too much sway here. How do we contend with a foe who can unmake us on a whim?
I do not know. But Thancred gave his life that we might come this far. We must press on.
Agreed. We cannot turn tail here. Not without something to show for our comrade's sacrifice.
I don't think this. And then just it's paradise now, so glorious, so beautiful. We're a proud and noble race, strength and body, we only need love. No monstrosities, black and silver, no bounds of blood to their shame. Nor convictions did they have to guide them. Crushing defeat never had known such shames. Stilled now are the winds, though none could fill these wings burdened by flying. Sad shit. $2,000 to go to 2,000 gil, about 2,200 gil to go to Ghana. This bid speak to me. Observe the listen, astonish. Fly nor speak nor roar, only watch and wait. Dude. What if I have Midgar somewhere else? Look, he's a real dragon. That one's like... One doesn't look that dead. They led you here as well, did they? I was described to me as a source of wisdom, truth for the why it's a hedging armor was. I've seen similar theorists. There are some kind of stuff that you heard thriving. Nature said his father was driven from their ancestral home by war and strife. This is the fate of those who remain. So the Quran moved. Baby dragon. I could fly. What I'm saying is if I could fly, I would take Midgar somewhere. But I can't fly. Excuse me. Oh shit. The boisterous howling hath been quite... Oh, here, we'll do this. The boisterous howling hath been quieted by thy hand, I presume. Everything all right? I thought I heard a dragon or something resembling one. Ah, I see what's happened here. Was that your child? Perhaps some eggs within them are indeed mine. If life within one did quicken, the beast thou hast slain may be of my blood. Yet I do not recognize it, twisted and malformed as it is. Not a dragon in truth, but a reminder of our failure, as a testament to shame. From the heavens, cold, heartless machines, and with them rode war and death. With fire and fury, rage and rancor, we gave answer. It was a long, bloody battle, but only the beginning. Untold chaos and destruction swept over the star. In the end, the invaders were victorious. Yet, when they looked upon their prize, they deemed it unfit for requisition, and we were abandoned to our ruin. Survivors sought to put away their shame, to rebuild, a futile effort. The purest soil, replete with aether, did we once cultivate our nesting grounds, but our lands were barren. Any eggs nurtured in such desolations were fated to rot. The few survived hatched emerges abominations. We shall have no new prodigy. But there are dragons among you capable of journeying to other stars. There are. Many would make that attempt, each bearing a clutch of eggs. The richest stars were home to the harshest rulers, and the arrival of dragons incited contests for supremacy. When the fires faded, the wars lost and won, we too were reduced to ash and waste. Or dragons. It is the curse of those who seek life, to be drawn into conflict, to conquer or be conquered. A vicious cycle we now choose to break. We tire of everything. We wait now in sweet, merciful silence, free from strife and suffering. Still as stone. Come to Aetheris. Wait, you claim your kind is doomed, but there's another star. only want the brood in silence to be left alone with their grief until the time ends. The sole reward for senseless bloodshed. A pain I understand, and I wish I did not. What fools were we? But now isn't the time for such thoughts. Others will want to hear what will come. Excuse me. I don't really want to get caught in the middle of a fate. Are we able to... I see they wish to escape would perceive them. Thank you, Jaqua, Estinian. As for our part, I believe we were more accurately aware of our confines than before we started traversing the perimeter on the island to see if there might be a path leading off, but sadly there is nothing to be found. There's no small amount of debris floating around could be enough to serve as a bridge to lead us elsewhere. I considered that, so I tried throwing a stone into the potential platform to judge its integrity, but it never reached its mark. As it crossed an invisible threshold just beyond the boundaries of this island, it vanished, only to reappear above me and fall at my feet. I would not be too quick to presume that what we see is outside of this space. That's why I returned to the Ragnarok and asked the Burstus. However, the ship's instruments failed to provide... Okay, we know more. I think it's too risky to attempt flying to another island. The emotions dictate reality here might be the key. I'm not entirely sure what emotion will manifest the bridge to lose the safety. Hope! We need to use hope! Hopeful. So we need to cheer the dragons up. I want to go see the other side quest. See if we can get higher, This guy can't come. Okay, so I'm gonna save these for later because they're not what I need to do right now. Actually, I'm gonna do that. Except for now I'm doing it, so I guess it doesn't matter.
He remaineth as he was when I first approached, entombed in melancholy.
I see. Perhaps I could...
I'll handle this.
So, waiting to die like all the others, are you?
This
So you say. Yet your kind has found a new beginning on our star. One of you braved the Expanse, bearing with him a clutch of eggs. They and their children now rule our skies, their song heard by all.
This
They suffered much, and repaid their suffering in kind. Had your brethren made the selfsame choice, my family might still be alive. Yet lasting peace does not come to those who simply retreat from conflict. No, you must be willing to confront it, to stare into the face of your foe, and see yourself in him. Only then can you break the cycle of torment and tragedy. This lesson, a dear friend taught me at the risk of his life. There is no nobility in your penance. You wallow in self-pity. And after everything we've endured, we will not let you stop us.
Estinian!
Stay back! Theirs is the emotion that bars our way. The rest is up to you.
No! Not Estinian too!
There's a wind.
He's opened the way for us. Sacrificed himself to remake this place, like Thancred did.
Oh, Alphino.
Come. Let us follow the wind. It will not lead us astray. He would not.
Forge ahead. Script is published. Alright, the Dragon's Corner Club. Hill traverse most unexpected occurrence. Is this your own? Did you do this? Forgive me, I've forgotten the exchange for introductions. Okay, pop your head off. That's always a good start. The vibration of vocal flow is still required to convey our thoughts and intention. Eh. I. That was pronunciation for people. Code. Our existence, of course. Man, they're all just sad and want to die out there. Okay, on that note, I am gonna go take a break real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. This proper death requires an escapable sense of impression of a woman's experience of both bodies and flesh. You guys are being good. Once you wish to know why we seek to regain our corporeal forms. The truth of the matter is plain to see as the neighboring systems won't fail to satisfy the requirements of activity. This, I did bid them awaken. Oh, someone else gonna sacrifice themselves to fucking do this. Oh. These are the ones that did that. To simply maintain integrity of our bodies demanding considerable resources. We have to solve this problem. After long years, we discovered how to become non-corporeal entities with everlasting lives untrampled by the failures of the flesh. This changed. We had more time and freedom to continue our scientific pursuits. We wanted to make everything great and great threads in our quest to transcend all limitations. We finally decided to challenge the last of all, the limit of knowledge. That's to say, deciphering the laws of creation. So to discover how the universe came to... God, that's so pretty. Came into being and explain an extent phenomenon. If we could archive this, we believed we would be able to free from uncertainty. You find your answers you sought? As we did, our efforts revealed as a fundamental truth. Knowledge of that said truth is essential for continuation of our conversation. We mustn't permit it was there that it would be unspeakably cruel to deprive them of their rights. Possess corporeal forms themselves. Those have gone before us. If you are resolved to know it, we disclose to you the truth we discovered, the truth of the universe, because of the stone pillars just outside of bounds of abode, a place called LVL. And of course, let us know how we can.
Please, continue. Tell us about this truth you discovered.
Very well. Bear in mind, however, that the purpose of this conversation is not to impart scholarly knowledge, for such requires that you comprehend the subject matter, which you will not. We will forego the intricacies of our scientific methodology and deal only with the conclusion, the end of our society and our world.
We acknowledge, with regret, that your star is in the midst of the same panic-induced cataclysm that befell Deneb 3. As such, in order to avoid causing undue distress, we will refrain from explicitly stating how much time you have remaining.
You are entirely too kind. I pray you recount your tale as you see fit.
In the beginning, the universe was but a tiny particle. Then suddenly, this particle began to expand. Having remained entirely in the bounds of your star, the phenomenon may be difficult for your kind to grasp. But this expansion has since continued unabated.
Speculating that the universe could not grow indefinitely, we sought to learn what might occur, and made a worrying discovery. The stars will continue to spread apart, as will their finite thermal energies. Eventually, all heavenly bodies will grow cold and freeze. No new stars will be born, and the universe will enter into an eternal ice age.
In hopes of proving that this determination was erroneous, we scrutinized our research from all angles, even as we sought to avert the everlasting winter. The endeavor proved fruitless. So infamously so, in fact, that it became synonymous with vain effort. The universe as we know it would end, and there is no way to prevent it.
Beneath the weight of this knowledge, our society stagnated. Though we had time still, it was a cold comfort. Why strive for anything when desolation is assured? When our wealth of wisdom, accumulated since the dawning of our kind, would be forever lost, no civilization would rise from our ashes, no scholar recover our knowledge. In silence unbroken, naught would stir.
Intellect was once our pride. Overnight, it became our shame. Our works, monuments to futility. Immortality, our greatest invention, became a source of suffering. Rather than suffer on, many chose to unmake themselves by means of etheric exsanguinators. Etched upon these stones are the testaments of such souls, though many left no words at all, thinking it a pointless gesture.
Once we have obtained vessels of flesh, we likewise intend to vanish.
If you understand this, understand aught of our tale, you will abandon your quest for knowledge. Ignorance truly is bliss. If you would cling to your illusory happiness, remain primitive and pure. It is the only way.
So that's your story. While I appreciate your advice, I will not heed it. Convinced though you may be of this truth, it is yours and not mine. Indeed, truth, I have ever believed, is in the eye of the beholder.
Are you suggesting that we have reached a faulty conclusion? That our science failed us?
Hardly. As you yourself said, the subject matter is beyond my comprehension. And that, I accept, is true. I do not possess the knowledge to prove or disprove your conclusion. In my mortal years, I doubt I could even approach the wisdom of the air. But of one thing am I absolutely certain. I would not be happier in ignorance.
Y'shtola, no! You mustn't!
The most important lesson I've learned is that learning isn't simply passing one's eyes over words. Nay, 'tis when understood for oneself that knowledge attains its true value. This is what has sustained me, driven me onward in joy and wonder, in anger and sorrow. The universe may end, and all may be for naught, but I will live as I always have. I will always seek out new knowledge, and no conclusion of yours, no matter how grim, can dampen my desire.
I suppose it is only to be expected. Their feeble minds cannot fathom the terrifying gravity of it all. But worry not. We consider it our duty to enlighten you, and we will not stop until you grasp the full extent of our despair.
Keep calm and listen well. Though my body will soon dissipate, there may be a way to restore it. Azim's magic. So long as our souls remain, you can use it to summon us back. But you mustn't, for it would mean losing our way forward. This I only reveal so that you can promise not to invoke the magic. We came here knowing what victory may cost, so press on. Press on. And do not look back.
I shall join thee. As subterfuge is not required, thou shalt not suffer for mine absence.
Urianger.
My resolve hath never been as strong as thine. Full oft have I wavered in my decisions, and afterwards been stricken with regret. In spite of this, I may still stand with my comrades, supporting them as they attempt the greatest of feats. This truth I have learned in the course of our journey. And many though my shortcomings may be, I may also claim to excel in prophecies. My studies, into which have granted me the flexibility of mind needed to bend this malleable reality. Thus shall I hope that thou mayest have the strength to resist, and our comrades the strength to continue.
With you to urge us on, how could we possibly fail?
What's this? An extinguished civilization. Rekindled.
That's right. Our quest doesn't end here. We'll press on, and we will find you.
There. That's where you'll find me.
Is that another star?
Of the stars we visited, most were already devoid of life. And where there was life still, the inhabitants wished for death. But even death, we learned, isn't truly the end. It is but a part of the cycle of rebirth. Souls return to the star, or in its absence, a larger flow. And eventually they are reborn, alive again, to know suffering anew. True salvation lies not in dying. It lies in not being born. This is the gift I would give to you. To all life on beautiful Atheris. To that end, we created an egg wherein life cannot quicken. That dead sun. Attain it if you can, before your friends' emotions fade away, along with their protection.
I look pissed. We'll play again tomorrow. Probably finish it tomorrow. All right, guys, I'm off to bed.